Welcome to my kingdom, or welcome back to my kingdom. Thank you for existing. My name is KingZoePLUR. I am a full-time artist, event planner, and talent promoter. And today I'm going to be talking about how you can make your own take one, leave one box, free box, little library, whatever you want to call it. I'm going to be talking all about take one, leave one boxes and how to make your own. I have a lot of experience setting up take one, leave one boxes at festivals, but I have also gathered some information from friends who have permanent boxes in their communities. So if you would like to hear more about that, don't forget to subscribe, and also remember to trade some candy with the like button below if you like this kind of content. By the way, if you would like to skip around this video, feel free. There are going to be timestamps below in the description box, as well as a link to a Google Doc that I spent a lot of time typing up and organizing, with basically all of the information in this video and tons more about how to start a community box or have a box at a festival. Be sure to check out those links in the description, and yeah, let's get into it. A great way to get started on public take one, leave one boxes that you might be wanting to set up a permanent take one, leave one box in your community would be to think of a theme for your box. A lot of people usually choose like art, non-perishable goods, school supplies. There's so many ideas for take one, leave one boxes and locations that you can also try to reach out to. Call the people who are event organizers in your community and try to figure out if you can set up a take one, leave one box or an art box or a free box in front of a storefront, on a popular street corner, maybe at a library, a college campus, student living areas, at a school. There's so many options that you could go with, that you could reach out to local homeless shelters, animal shelters, women's shelters, food banks, maybe get in contact with the people who are organizers and try to figure out if you can maybe set up an art box or a free box or some kind of box for necessities close to one of the shelters or food banks. There are tons of ideas for boxes and themed boxes and where to put them and all that kind of stuff I have linked in the description below. But here are just some of the pictures that I found on the internet that I really like. All the sources will also be linked in the description box. If you're trying to make a portable take one, leave one box, it usually works best at camping festivals and places where people will be like walking around the front of your campsite a lot. It doesn't mean that if you aren't camped in a main camp area that you won't get a lot of passerbys. It just means that you're gonna have to maybe reach out to people a little bit more to get them to actually stop by your take one, leave one box. But honestly, I've made a lot of cool friends with my take one, leave one box just by having it in front of my campsite. So great ideas for where to leave your take one, leave one at a festival are obviously in front of your campsite, but other ideas are if you're a vendor, of like a food vendor, an art vendor, you can definitely have a take one, leave one box at your vending site, at your food truck, whatever it may be. I think that that's a great way to draw people to your spot without making them spend money, and then they might actually in the future want to spend money and come back to your spot, might bring more people to your spot, and then boom, you got customers. I've actually made a couple customers just by bringing my take one, leave one box to my vending spot, and also it just makes really cool memories and it's really fun. Another idea that isn't technically a take one, leave one, but is still really interesting. So this is my book of memories. I really want to get a new one that isn't like plastic, that maybe is a little bit of a more durable material, but look at that. If you know, you know. If you like happy hardcore, Flapjack signed it. So it's just like, you know, people can draw and like write little notes in there. A little book of memories. If you don't want to do the whole box thing, you could do this, and I highly recommend keeping, you know, some gel pens there, maybe some markers, and putting it in a bag, in a resealable Ziploc plastic bag, just to keep it safe from any weather or dust. I mean, obviously this thing is not, I mean, it's seen better days, but it's not full yet. So once this one fills up, I'll get another one. Another cool idea I had was to get like a more heavy duty one of these and, you know, get some washi tape, stickers, flyers, stuff like that to carry around with you. And you could do like a little collage type moment and have like a collage your own page type table. Here's my take one, leave one box. All the things in this box have been from like 4 or 5 years of just continuously trading and, you know, going to different festivals and events and stuff. This isn't the original box I had it in. I can't even tell you what my first box was because one of them got ran over by a golf cart. So that's one thing. Definitely don't put your take one, leave one box right in front of your campsite in the middle of a path because it will get run over. It was a very depressing time, I promise. So this is the contents of my take one, leave one box. Right off the top, there's stickers, fentanyl test strip, this little bag of stickers, and like there's a little axolotl or something, or squid or something in there. Got some of my PLUR fortunes, just like positive notes. I would recommend putting these in like bags or something to keep them safe from weather, just in case like any rain or anything gets in your box. But if you are going to be experiencing like heavy weather conditions at your event, if there's going to be extreme weather conditions at the festival that you're at and you have your take one, leave one box out, definitely pack that thing away and wait until it's safer to put your box out. Like if it's about to storm, be mindful and use your common sense and bring it in, because I would be so depressed if I lost all that stuff that was in there. I mean, like I said, that's like years and years of just trinkets, you know. There are some like DJ stickers in there from people who don't even make like DJ anymore. So like I wouldn't want to lose that stuff. We would truly be here forever if I told you every single little tiny thing that you could put in your festival take one, leave one box. But some of my favorite things that I came up with while I was typing out that document that's linked below, I just keep reminding y'all about the Google Doc because I worked so hard on that thing and there's no way I could tell you all this information or else it would just, I'd be here all day. So my favorite things that I have found in a take one, leave one box before were perfume, windshield wiper blades, clothing, pendants, resin charms, stickers, and usually like positive notes and anything that is like handwritten or like a piece of artwork or something like that. I love it. Some ideas that I came up with that I think would be cool but I haven't seen in a take one, leave one box would be like an air mattress pump, because people are always looking for air mattress pumps. And I know they're like not cheap, but like, I don't know, if you have extra air mattress pumps, if you're ever looking around your house one day and you cleaned out your house and you realize you have like way too many or you only need one, try putting that in your box and it's probably going to go so friggin' quick at a camping festival. I also like to do this thing where I make, if there's showers at the festival or, you know, people bring their own camp showers, I like to make these things called wook baths or hippie baths. Basically, it's just a bunch of travel-sized shampoos and stuff like that that I've acquired over multiple hotel stays. I like just keep all of them and then I put them in little Ziploc bags that are really holographic and shiny, and I put like a positive note in there, and I put like a makeup remover, a soap, shampoo, body lotion, conditioner. So if people do happen to have like access to a shower but they do not have stuff to shower on them, they want to shower like right the heck now, because sometimes you get like real dusty and you're like, I need a shower now, but you don't want to like bring your freaking shower stuff in your fanny pack or your hydro bag. Having these little things was so helpful. I remember I was at June Jam and I had these wook baths on me because it was in the desert up in over in Arizona.
Leave one. This is like a piñata filled with shooters and joints. Little wook baths. And then another take one, leave one box. And then book of memories from the Raves. And then a little signing board.
So people were coming to the campsite like, where the heck are the wook baths? Where are they? I need one. I forgot my stuff. They only had like 2 communal showers there, but people were definitely getting use out of the wook baths. So that's another great option, is to put like hygiene products in like tampons, feminine wipes, pads, condoms. Like, we don't need to be having all these rave babies, okay? So I just want to make sure everybody's safe. Make sure to put the latex free ones in there so people aren't breaking out in hives and all that. Another good tip is to elevate your take one, leave one box, either by putting it on like a pretty tall tree stump or bringing a table for it. This is even better if you have lights around it, because then when the sun goes down and it gets really dark, you can see the take one, leave one box, even if it's just some fairy lights, you know, something to distinguish that that is somebody's stuff, and that if you walk over there, you're gonna run into something. You know, light it up, make it visible, make it out of the way. You kind of want it to be like visible but off in the distance, if you know what I mean. You don't want people to be tripping and falling over it, and you definitely don't want the go-karts to be running over them. Can you tell I'm still triggered about that? If you're going to be putting clothing items or anything really paper that could get like damaged by dust or moisture, just make sure to keep it in a Ziploc bag. I know I already mentioned that, but it's really been a lifesaver for a lot of the things that I have put in my boxes. Like, I've definitely seen some of my notes get ruined and stuff. The only reason why I don't have those notes in little plastic bags is because I got contracted to do this like wedding recently, which was indoors. So I didn't need to put everything in bags. I just kind of like sifted through, figured out what was the best gifts in the take one, leave one, and brought it to the wedding with me and took everything out of the Ziploc bags, saved them, and I just haven't put my stuff back in there yet because I'm not really planning to go to any festivals right now. If you're not going to be taking your take one, leave one outside though, it doesn't really need to like have plastic bags and stuff. That's just to make sure that they don't get all wet and like destroyed. You don't want your notes to get destroyed, and you don't want soggy socks. Then that defeats the purpose of the socks. Remember that you do not have to be in the center of the activity to get people to come to your take one, leave one box. Like, you might have to reach a little bit out of your comfort zone and be like, hey, check out my take one, leave one box. Or if somebody's like visiting your campsite, or you have friends in your campsite, be like, hey, check out the take one, leave one box. But just because you are not camped in like a main camping area doesn't mean that you're not gonna have anybody coming to your box. Another thing is like, depending on whether you go to hotel festivals or not, the ones that I've been to, usually you can bring a take one, leave one box. I would ask like the event organizer to see if you're allowed to do that, or maybe just bring it and then like see if anybody else is setting theirs up and then put it out. That's another great way to, you know, just make a more festival vibe at a hotel fest, is to bring the take one, leave one box. I am kind of disappointed I didn't bring it the one time I went to a hotel fest. I didn't bring my box because I didn't think it would have been a thing there, but then I saw literally everybody had outside of their hotel room a take one, leave one, and I was like, okay, I guess I'm the only one who doesn't have one this time. So I remembered to bring it at Sunken Suite, and yeah, that's actually why I got that treasure box, because it was pirate themed, and I was like, yo, this is a perfect time for me to get a new box. So it's definitely a good idea to just bring your box and see what the vibe is, because you never know. It might be the vibe, it might not be, but if it is, you might be a little disappointed if you didn't bring it like I was. I really hope this video was helpful. I hope you enjoyed. Please don't forget to like and subscribe. Also, don't forget, everything I mentioned and tons more is linked below in the description box. I have all of my links to my social medias and things like that as well. If you would like to shop my merch or my artwork, my website is KingZoePLUR.com. Be sure to check it out if you got a few seconds, if you got a few minutes. I would really, really appreciate it. Even if you don't buy anything, even if you just like follow my art account at KingsNewCraft on Instagram, I will be literally thankful as all heck. So, but if you want to buy some art, KingZoePLUR.com. Anyway, I love you guys so much. Thank you so much for existing. Just remember, anybody can be amazing if they just be themselves, and y'all are the freaking best. Like, seriously, thank you for all the subscribers recently. I know I keep saying that every time I get 10 new subscribers, but like, I'm not kidding. This means so much to me. Like, I'm a full-time artist and all that stuff, so you're helping me keep the lights on. Like, not specifically with YouTube yet, but some of y'all been making purchases on my page. I see this. I've been getting new customers, and I can tell it's from YouTube people. Like, I just want to say thank you guys. Y'all are amazing. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day and your week and your life. Goodbye!